this is Carrie Canary Quilts, and this is my second week of doing the 30 days of improv quilt along. This is not my quilt along. I'm part of this quilt along. It's put on or hosted by Shannon Fraser Designs and Broadcloth Studio, and I'll have all their information down below for you. And you can go check it out. You can join it if you want. I don't think it's too late. You can do the hashtag for 30 days improv quilt along, I think it is. I'll put it right here. And see what everybody else is doing, because it really is just kind of up to you. They give you a few guidelines to help you get started, but then it's up to you what you want to do. So this was my first week. This is my second week, and this week our guideline was the L shape, which is new. I did this last year, and so doing the L shape is new this year. And this was my first day where you just kind of do L shapes. And this is the second day where you try to use smaller. This is the third, which is always wonky. The fourth is always slice and dice. And then the fifth is wild card. Do whatever you want. Concentrate on a pattern that you want to do or whatever you want. It's just wild card. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you, like last week I kind of did a fast forward version of my process, because you can't really talk through it. You're just kind of making decisions on the fly as you go. And I find it fun to watch other people, like without sound, put these together and wondering what they're going to do next. It really is fun for me, so I thought maybe it'd be fun for you too. So that's what you can expect for these 5 days. It's not going to be too long, and you can just kind of see how I put it all together. And I'm using jelly rolls. I'm not using big scraps, not jelly rolls. I'm using a jelly roll that I pulled out of my scraps that I didn't have any plans for. So that's a little bit different too, that I'm not pulling out big pieces of fabric and cutting them up like I did last year. But anyway, let me show you how I did these. It was really fun. And hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You can see the next 2 weeks. You can see all the other fun stuff like my birds of a feather. I just got done with the August block, which is coming out on June 20th. I've got state blocks, and I'm going to have other quilt alongs, so it's fun. Anyway, let me show you what I did. We're on week 2 of the 30 days of improv, and we're still working with strips, but we are doing L shapes this week. So the first day is just basic L shapes, and she's like, whatever immediately comes to mind, do it. So I always get nervous on the first day, and L shapes, we didn't really do L shapes last time, so I mean, we might have, but it wasn't like a homework assignment, I guess. So let me get started and see what I come up with for L shapes on my first day of this week. Here we go. Do you see my L shapes? I have several. I have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. So yeah, pretty cool. That was fun. That wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And then you know what? It never is. All right, so this is day 2. And today they want you to try working on a smaller scale and how cutting and piecing feels when working with smaller pieces. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see what I end up with. All right, there's day 2. I really like the mashup of colors. I have to say that I didn't really work with smaller pieces in the first place. I worked with big pieces. I sewed on big pieces, then cut them smaller. But it is improv. You get to do whatever you want. They just kind of give you a guide. I've got some red L's. I love that prominent blue L there. A green L, dark green, red. Started actually going in log cabin order. Then I tried to get away from that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like those mix of colors. All right, day 3 is embrace the wonk. It's always hard for me. You'd think wonk would be easy. You're just kind of throwing shapes together, but it's really not as easy as you would think. But let me give it a shot here. Let's start with some new colors. right, I think I really embraced the wonk on that one. Very happy with that. So I started with these L's. I've got a blue and I've got a yellow. And that helped me kind of establish where I wanted to go. And then I ended up with that blue. And I guess you could say this is an L. It's wonky. Wonky L. So, yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's always fun. You never really know how it's going to turn out. So it's always fun to put together and just kind of go with the flow. Cut it up. Rip things apart if you need to. All right, so today is the slice and dice day. What they're suggesting is to make a block, or you could make just parts of a block and then cut them and reassemble them into a different layout. So I think I'll make a block and then I'm gonna cut it up and see what happens. Should be interesting. Always scary, always scary. This week is scarier. I don't know why. All right, there's my, I kind of did a stacked L here, is kind of what I was going for. Tried to make it big enough so that when I start chopping it up, I'll still have a big enough block. How should I chop this up? I don't know. Should I cut it like this and then just shift them around maybe? Cut it in quarters? I don't know. I gotta go for it. Whatever I do, I gotta go for it. Let's cut. Let's just move them around. There it is. For what it's worth, that's my slice and dice. I guess you could say I got some L's in there, and I got some kind of wonky L's in there. Like you could consider this an L. It's touching right there. Has a big fat L on it. And right here. All right, it's a pretty cool block. Took my stacked L's and cut them up. All right. All right, it's wild card day. So it's whatever kind of what you want to concentrate on. If you like a technique you like better, or just kind of wing it, go for it. Good question what I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure yet. right, there is my wild card. So I just wasn't even paying attention. I ran out of this color because I was trying to make this L right here. And I ran out of the color, so I tried to find a color that was similar. But I still think it looks pretty cool. And then I've got this L and I've got this L. This week was really fun. It really was. It was a little more difficult thinking. It was even difficult last week, but thinking how to make your L's, how to put your pieces together to make sure you get an L. So that's a lot of fun. That's my favorite. I think the wonky one this week is my favorite next to this log cabin type one here. But I like them all. They all turned out pretty dang cool. But anyway, I'm going to be doing this for 2 more weeks. You can still join in the fun. I've got all the information in the description below for you. You can find the ladies who are hosting this at Shannon Fraser Designs and Broadcloth Studios. And I did it last year and it was a lot of fun. And I'm having fun this year. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You can watch the last 2 weeks and catch up on all the other fun stuff we got going on here. And I had so much fun doing this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!